So welcome back to the Conelanders Assetto Corsa League. We are at Silverstone International, one of the shorter layouts of Silverstone that is producing some close qualifying times at least, and promises for some close racing. Top 10 here all within a second, though that's been helped by a lucky heat draw, which sees all the fast guys go into heat 1, and then the mid-pack has just been transplanted into heat 2. Fortunately, we have qualified for it, which is one of our best qualifying performances this season, helped by the fact the fast guys are not here. But in a competitive heat like this, anything can happen. Some guys behind us that I think should be faster. Our qualifying lap was a lap of the gods, that's about half a second faster than our actual race pace. So we'll see if that has any bearing on the outcome, and we'll see if we can hold on for dear life. Qualify fourth somehow.
Good luck, guys.
So let's hope it all goes well. Probably won't, but hey. Theoretically, this is our best chance.
Sorry, I had no lights on my screen.
So that I shouldn't have pushed the brakes there, because that is death. I panicked, and we're all in trouble. See the smart pipe up the inside. We all down. The front of the field looks like has survived turn 1. Back of the field has no guarantees as usual. Alright, let's hope we get some sort of a drive out of here. No idea where Moose came out of, but he's suddenly up here. Carl's no good. That's what that was.
Yeah, so did I. Got hit from nowhere.
Okay,
Ditto.
that's going as well as expected back there. Try to hold it down the inside. See if we can get a position. The early laps. Can't. Make sure not to hit anyone. Smart pipes doing stuff behind us. Interesting fact. This is the first time all 3 members of Team Ireland have been in the one race. Which is a good thing to note. As long as we don't wreck ourselves. And in the reverse of fortune, Incarnate is the one who's qualified worst somehow. So all things going weird. Heat 1 is incredibly stacked, so this is why we're this far up the field. We've none of the fast guys. Here we've just the mid-packers. We should produce an interesting race. Well, there is Mr. Bob and Moose, who've appeared out of nowhere. But I think because they've had a bit of a lack of practice, well, Mr. Bob hasn't, but I'm not sure Moose has had full practice.
Sorry,
So
Ollie.
he should be within human speeds. Whoa. Carl again, very loose there. Should get the drive on him with that mistake.
Yeah, you curb hopped there, Ollie. I couldn't stop in time. Sorry, man.
But still, we haven't got the drive we wanted. He's did a pretty decent job of recovering that mistake. Let's hope not to. Oh, looks like we're committed to out here then. Oh well, that was interesting. That didn't go as intended. Now we hit that curb, which kills our drive. Looks like we might have a run on Carl. Carl didn't get out of that corner as well as he might have hoped to. So the battle for third is real. Considering it's like a line of 4 was behind me. Please don't break. Nobody breaks for turn 1. Jesus. Hope to avoid meeting Jesus in this attempt. Try to hold it down here. Not decisive enough and not deciding when to make the move. Because generally I brake earlier into turn 2 than everyone else, because I find that's faster for me actually, somehow. So I prefer to would make the pass here. Unfortunately, I'm not fast enough to catch up to him. Slight misshift there. Let's give a smart pipe a go. So we're going to have to try and make around the outside work with a bit of help. Oh, missed the shift again. Things are getting intense, as you can see. Smart pipe's through. Oh well. And Racer's coming up behind him. He's after taking Rebel in the camera, rear mirror there, and Jordan has appeared with his glorious 2 laps of practice. Yeah, he, in theory, yes, should be the fastest here, but he's down on practice. He didn't get really any practice, so yeah, we got a run going here. Slide it in there. That was pretty nice, if I say so myself. Bit crazy, but a bit nice. Now, let's continue to charge, see if we can get
So
back up
Hyperion,
the
your
car.
ping is kind of bad, isn't it, right now?
Sorry, Cowboy. That was bad
Just
on my part.
normal.
To be fair, he is
You're
coming
kind of
from
floating
the,
all over the place.
Yeah, he's coming from the other side of the world, so it is a little tough.
But here the back of the
Slide
back
down a
is
bit
at
too
least
much there.
interesting. Lost some time there. Not to the Delta, but the guys behind. I haven't fully got a stow in this car. Definitely one of my poorer corners, and now Smart Play's gone up the inside, but if we can hold the outside, we can get here. Smart Play got mobbed there, actually. Hope that wasn't just due to any of my idiocy. Don't want to harm his chances, he's doing it for Team Ireland. Front three though, managing to make the move away. Now we got a racer behind us. We've gone way wide in that turn. See if we can hold it. Hitting the softest curb does not help our case. We do not need to hit the softest curb because we're in too high a gear to make that work. And we Rebel up the inside. Rebel having a fine race, I say.
That is not a good place to catch up.
Yeah, that's a bad corner to catch somebody on.
We catch 2 people at the same time, too.
Alright, let's hope. Ooh, racer's gone light, he got a little loose there. We whack it
No
after
way,
rev
Jordan.
limiter.
Come on, guys, race each other a little bit harder.
Race gone way up the inside there. Now race Rebel. Race is miles ahead. Jordan's showing up again.
A new fire suit, please.
Whoa, what happened there?
You teleported into me.
Oh dear. Picking is
Oh, yeah,
happening.
All of a
Just
sudden, your
being
car
smashed.
went into me, and then stuff started happening. It was weird.
You should have seen what it looked like from my perspective, man. There were like
I look
5
forward to
cars
that.
there at one point.
Now go on.
Let's hold it down here. We all went wide that time.
I followed people.
Screw track limits.
Alright. Get my nose out a little bit here.
Careful going, guys.
Well, this battle is, it's like a 5-way battle here. Unfortunately, I'm the one who's losing the positions. Everyone else is gaining. Battle for the lead up ahead. They're going too wide in the stow. Come on, guys. Calm down. This isn't WEC. No need to have excitement.
Up this time.
I know I'm poor at general commentary here, but I might not have a lot to say because the battle on screen is doing all the saying. Going a bit defensive there. I was sort of half defensive because I want to keep the line so I make sure I get a drive out of here. Very crucial that the line going to club to make sure you get a good drive out onto the straight. Because essentially after club corner, it's a flat out all the way to farm. Is that what they called it, or they call it the loop? No, the loops. New corners in Silverstone. Slightly confusing because things that shouldn't be called corners are corners, and I don't know. Confusing, man. Why did I need the loop? Anyway. Generally, with our battle here calming down a bit, we've catched up to
One
the
people
front
race.
three.
Our racing's going on.
Go away,
Just
Jordan.
got a
We
slight
don't want you
draft. Slight draft.
Some up, I'll take care of him.
Uh-oh.
Dicey there.
I think you saw the same thing I saw.
Thank you,
Like
Jordan.
Channeling your
Scare
inner
somebody
maestro there,
back there?
Rebel.
Here we go. Actually gives us the drive to hopefully get away from Jordan, who is charging through the field as
Let's
expected.
catch these guys.
I'm going.
But yeah, it's sort of weird actually fighting properly out here at the front on pace. It's not like Mugello, which was, I don't know what Mugello was like, but it wasn't really much of a battle. We were just sort of holding position. But here, because it's such a short track and it generally races quite good, like I don't like this track really, but it races good, so I gotta give it that. I prefer, if you're going to use a short Silverstone layout, to use the national one that the BTCC uses, because now that's a track.
Bye, Jordan.
Ooh, Rip Jordan made a mistake there. That should help our cause. Because with 3 laps left, we should be able to hold on to 5th at least, without Jordan interfering. Question is now, can we catch up to Racer? Seems to be having issues here at Stowe. Unfortunately, that's not my best corner, so I can't take full advantage of that. At least we're only losing 2 positions after the start this week. Don't shift into second, you idiot. I think Racer did something similar, judging by how his car
Sorry,
jumped.
mate.
Sorry.
All cool, all cool.
A lot of sorries going on there.
Attacking the Canadians again.
That was about as low speed of a collision as I could have ever done.
Yeah, I'd ease off on the brakes just a little bit to help.
Oh, we're going wide here. Catching the curb. I don't know what it is about this section now, but it's more or less this lap 3 have been going very wide in the first sector. Those fast corners, which is not exactly helping us. Something is when we have someone directly in front of us, but not when we're trying to catch someone to be directly in front of us. Also, thanks to all this intense racing, we've actually haven't even been able to point out, look, well not look, but frames. This is not stuttering to shit. It's actually running at somewhat near 60 frames a second. Turns out having our whole Steam library fragmented to crap doesn't help performance. So I finally learned how to properly defrag a disk last weekend, and it's helped immensely with performance. So now we're out of excuses, which is kind of unfortunate in its own way. I was really dependent on those excuses. Right, with 2 laps left to go, it's gonna be really tough to catch Racer, I think, but Mr. Bob's after falling back a bit from the lead. He's now under pressure from Carl, so Mr. Bob having issues? Perhaps we could catch up him, so... Hey, I was about to say this race is nearly done, but... It's not over till it's over, because... This is a 4-way battle for second that's just broken out of nowhere. Make a cheeky pass there with Racer. Get the draft. Trying to get this draft train going.
Moose come back and play.
Draft train!
Hype.
Awful late in the race to be racing like that.
No, we're not going to make that work. The sausage curb, that killed us. That could have worked if we didn't hit the sausage curb. Just a little too tight there. We could have got the drive off if we didn't do that. White flag. Last chance, guys. Let's hope people embrace that mentality. Go balls to the walls and we pick up the scraps. We're really going wide tires to wear a bit. To be fair, this isn't the worst time for them to be going. Can't really blame them. Can we get the drive? Hopefully get the draft. Come on, draft. No, draft. Don't do it like this. Please. Come on. We get a 4th place out of this. It's on. Maybe. Maybe I'm hyping this too much. This ain't No Man's Sky. There's no need for excessive hype. Oh, we're going way wide, but everyone's doing it. Damn, cut that grass, no drive, and that's it. Whoa, what a race. That was pretty intense, yeah. As expected. That lived up to all its hype, actually. So it's not No Man's Sky. This is how Hype Train works. What a race. May have lost 2 positions, but that was fun. So that race ended up being much better than I could ever have expected from Silverstone. Not only from our pace, but ended up being the close racing. It was a bit more than I expected. We knew a short track like this was going to produce close times, but did not expect that. That was pretty intense at times. I mightn't really like this track, but as I said, I have to give it the credit, it produces the races in MX-5, so forget anything I say. I obviously know nothing about track selection. Well, we've learned that here. So if we need reminding. Our qualifying really did help us a lot. In a race as close as this, it was the time to produce a decent qualifying. This is demonstrated by Ali Party, who finished 12th despite qualifying 2nd, because he got jumped on the start, which is pretty unfortunate. Nothing he could do there. He didn't see the lights. He got screwed hard there, and it was a pity, because he definitely had the pace to qualify for the A main this week from the circuit. So that was pretty disappointing. We may have lost 1 position in our race, but to be honest, our lap time was a lap of the gods. That didn't really reflect our race pace, so I will take a 5th place. Considering looking who we beat Smart Pie, we beat Tiger, 25, Georgian. And I didn't know what to say about Georgian, he barely had any practice. And like the finish within 10 seconds of Moose. That's a good day in the office. I'll take that. Let's see if we can repeat this glorious run of form in the A main tomorrow.